Welcome back, everyone. As promised, I am still on the page where we left off previously. So we are going to click into Academic Search Complete. And we are greeted by a search box. So we are going to type in a topic. Normally when I am present, I always ask somebody for a suggestion. So since I'm not hearing you, we're going to look for water pollution. So if you would please type that in, and you'll notice that I stopped short of finishing the word pollution, and I did that so that you can see there are plenty of suggestions that are coming up for you. So it's anticipating that you're going to type water pollution. But you also, if you have done some thinking about your topic, you also have the ability to type in water pollution effects on the environment, water pollution in the United States, water pollution solution, water pollution effects on humans, and so on. So I think at this point, we'll just go ahead and choose water pollution only. And there are lots of other boxes on this page that looks like it's just itching for us to give it some additional information. But I promise you, we are not going to do that. And the promise that I give you is that once we hit that search box, all of these things will be available for us to work with once we have seen how many results we come up with. Oh, wow, we have just a few sources for you on the topic of water pollution, specifically 46,469. So currently, the majority of our page is taken up with the results that it has found for us. But before we start to look, we're going to take some time and work under our Refine Results area over on the left-hand side of our page. So the first thing that we want to do, we want to be able to see all of an article. It isn't going to do you any good to see a page or two of the article. You need to see the entire article. So under Limit 2, we are going to put a check mark in full text, and we have now shrunk the number of results that we have to consider using to 11,574. So we're going to continue to work on that left-hand side of our page for just a little bit. And the next thing that we need to tackle is that publication date. So the database is willing to give us current up-to-date information through the present day today in 2020, but it wants us to start our search for materials all the way back in 1942. And I doubt that any of you were alive, nor was I in 1942. So we are going to manipulate that time period. And most of your instructors here at Ivy Tech usually go with a premise that something that they consider things new if it is within 5 years. So that's what they're going to consider current, and you want to give them the most current information on the topic that you are going to use for your research. It isn't a huge paper, so you can't use 10 or 20 or 30 different sources. You probably have a requirement of 6 maybe. So we're going to change the publication date, and we are going to change that to the acceptable year of 2015, and it will update for you. and now we're down to a very reasonable 3,548 articles. So as we continue to make choices, it's kind of directing you to make those choices. And as we continue to make those choices, the number of results is going to continue to shrink. So under our source type, I'm going to go ahead and put a check mark into academic journal articles, and now we're down to 2,862. Since we're in college and we're taking an academic class, most of your instructors are always going to want academic content. So that's why we chose the academic journals. If we still think that that happens to be a lot, and even though you don't have to come to campus for all of your classes, that's still a lot of articles to have to get through to find information. So if we want to go back up, we can still change the time period and make it more recent than the 2015. So I'm going to change it to 2017. And when I make that choice, we're now down to 1,940. So I think we're going to leave this area on the left-hand side of our screen, and we're going to concentrate here where the search results are. So we're going to take a look at the first article, The Dangerous Couple, Illegal Mining and Water Pollution, a case study in Fena River in the Ashdai region of Ghana. So we've gotten kind of an international perspective at this point, and maybe we want to rethink our topic. Maybe we want to stay only in the United States on our coverage of water pollution. So just as I started to type again, we have water pollution in the United States. So we're going to change our search up a little bit. And we definitely got much fewer results now. We have 14 articles. So now the first article in our search list is Calming Troubled Waters, Local Solutions. So if we click on the title of the article, the new page that displays for us is going to give us some information about the article. However, it's not going to be the article itself right now, but I promise you we will get there. So when we are researching for our paper, we're going to have to do those in-text citations for the specific information that you quoted and or paraphrased. And so then we're going to have an entry on our references page, which is going to be the last page of your paper. So we need to know all of these, some of these pieces that are in blue. When you go to create your citation, you're going to need to know who your author is. And in this particular case, the author is John R. Nolan. You will enter that on your references page as Nolan, John H., just as it is on this page now. We need to know where it was published. And so right above my cursor, we see Vermont Law Review. So that is our journal publication. We're going to need to know when the article is published, and that is fall of 2019. So a source that's only a year old. And it is an extremely long article. Haven't seen one this long in quite a while. It is 68 pages. So 68 pages of information on water pollution. That should definitely get you some quality information for your paper. So notice that we're not seeing the article here. We do have our subject terms. water pollution prevention, water pollution, water laws, environmental law, and United States. So that is how this article appeared in our search results, because we had typed in water pollution and then we added the term in United States. We're given a little bit of information about what you can expect to find in the article, and that's given to us as part of the abstract. And now we need to know where to find that article. And if we go back up near the top of our page, and once again over to the left-hand side where we had done previous work, we now have a link for PDF full text. We'll click this button, and within a matter of seconds, that 68 or 69 page article is displaying for you on your screen. So you can use your down arrow and read right on the screen this entire content for the article Calming Troubled Waters. You can continue to scroll down, skim it if you want, read it if you want, and once you've made a decision as to whether this is going to help you, or you think you'd rather pass on this one and try another article out of the search listing, we're going to go back and use the arrow, the back arrow, and now we want to scroll across and work on the tools option, and you have lots of different things over here that can help you as well. So if you have a printer at home or you want to print somewhere on campus and use your printing money, you can hit the print button and it will take care of that for you. If you don't want to print it, which 68 pages is a lot to print, so perhaps you want to email it to yourself, you can click the email option. You're going to type in your email address. You can use your Ivy Tech address, or you can use a personal email address. It doesn't matter where. I'm going to send this one to myself. And I simply come down and click my send button, and it will be there. It's already told me that it's sent, and it will be sitting in my email inbox when I have an opportunity to go in and check it. You can also save it, so if you have a flash drive and a computer that still accepts that flash drive, you can pop that in and you can save it to your flash drive. So many different ways for you to hold on to that source, and everybody has their own preference. The one that's going to be best for you, or another item that's going to help you a lot, is the Cite option. Once I click that, a new screen appears. There are many, many different formatting styles used across the world today. The first two that appear there are not ones we're interested in though, however, but the third option down is, and that is the APA citation. And if you didn't know before now, your sources are going to be placed on a page called References, and here is your citation. So if you would like, you can highlight it and then go back, and if you have your paper minimized, you can get to your copy and then eventually to your paste menu, so you can copy and paste from here and then copy and paste it onto the last page of your research paper, which is your references page.